You know that feeling? Your business has amazing potential, you're working super hard, but actually cutting through all that noise online, attracting the right customers, it just feels like this constant struggle.
Oh, definitely. It's a really common sticking point for so many.
Right. And look, if that sounds like you, and maybe you're looking for a way to, give your social media profiles a bit of a kickstart, grow a real following, get
Yeah.
that engagement going faster, you might want to check out a resource like rapidboost.net.
Yeah, getting that initial momentum can be tough.
Totally. But today, we're really going to dive deep into the core of it all.
Yeah.
Building a personal brand, not just like a nice profile picture, but something genuine that pulls in the right people, something that actually fuels real business growth.
It's so true. Many businesses focus, understandably, on the product, the service,
Yeah.
but they often miss this huge opportunity, the power of the person behind the business.
Exactly. And that's what we're digging into today. We're pulling out the tactics, the insights on how to make you the reason clients come knocking. Because, especially in service businesses, let's be honest, people buy from people they feel they know, people they like, people they trust.
Absolutely. It's not just a feeling either. There was that LinkedIn study, wasn't there?
Yeah. Said something like, what, 61% of decision makers? They prefer professionals who actually have a clear online presence.
And think about the younger generations, too, millennials, Gen Z.
Yeah.
They expect that human element. They want to see who they're dealing with.
It's becoming non-negotiable, really.
And what's really interesting is how that personal connection translates into, well, real business benefits.
Like what specifically?
Well, when people connect with you, your story, on that human level, it builds this bedrock of trust. It's more than just a transaction. It's an emotional buy-in.
Okay.
And we see that leading to, much quicker sales cycles, more organic referrals popping up.
Ah, referrals. Always good.
Always good. And even sometimes the ability to charge a premium price for what you do because they trust you.
Okay, let's really break this down then. Personal branding versus, say, business branding. How are they actually different? Because I think a lot of people might just lump them together, Company website, logo, done.
That's such a critical distinction.
Yeah.
Think of your business brand as like the company's overall identity, its look, its official voice, what it
The
promises.
corporate stuff.
Right. Your personal brand, though, that's rooted entirely in you. It's how people see your character, your specific expertise, your credibility as an individual.
So it shifts the
Yeah.
focus from the company's what to the who running the show.
Precisely. And often, especially maybe early on or in service industries where relationships are key, your personal brand can be this massive catalyst. It can really drive the business brand's growth.
How so?
Well, think about trust again. People often feel a stronger initial connection, more trust in a person they see as authentic, even online, compared to just like a faceless company logo.
Right, you feel like you know them a bit.
Exactly. And that trust, that human touch, that's what speeds up those sales cycles we talked about, builds that customer loyalty.
Makes total sense. When you see someone's genuine passion, you understand their why. You're just more likely to believe in what they offer. Any, standout examples of this?
Oh, absolutely. Take Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V.
Sure. Everyone knows Gary Vee.
Right. Well, years before VaynerMedia was this huge global thing, Gary was building this incredibly powerful personal brand. Just raw, energetic content online.
Yeah, very unfiltered.
Totally. Sharing his insights, his work ethic, his personality, and that personal brand. It became this incredibly strong engine that drove everything else he built later. People bought into him first.
So the person paved the way for the business.
Exactly. And a strong personal brand. It opens doors, speaking gigs, media spots, cool partnerships, just because people connect with the individual.
Okay, got it. Personal brand, me. But where do I even start figuring out what my brand should actually be? It feels a bit fuzzy.
Right. That's the foundational work. It's super
Yeah.
important. And it really comes down to getting crystal clear on two main things.
Okay.
First, your unique voice and what makes you valuable, your value proposition. And second, just as vital, deeply understanding who your ideal audience actually is.
Let's take the voice and value part first. How do you nail that down?
Well, a good starting point is this exercise, sometimes called the three adjectives thing.
Hmm.
But let's tweak it.
Okay.
Instead of just random positive words, think.
Mhm.
What three specific results do your best clients get from working with you?
Ah, outcomes. I like that.
Yeah. Now, what three adjectives describe you in a way that makes someone believe you can deliver those outcomes? So maybe you help tech companies scale fast. Outcomes. Faster growth, smooth operations, predictable money.
Right.
Your adjectives then might be, I don't know, strategic, methodical, results-driven. See how it connects your brand to what clients actually achieve.
Yeah, that feels much more concrete, less fluffy. It's tied to the client's win. Exactly. Client-focused. And building on that, you need to spell out your core promise really clearly. What specific problems do you solve? Who exactly do you solve them for? And what results, ideally measurable ones, do you reliably deliver?
So not just, I'm a business coach.
Right. Much more specific.
More like, I help SaaS founders boost their monthly recurring revenue by 20% in 6 months using my specific planning framework. Something like that.
Perfect, yes. The sharper and more outcome-focused you are, the easier it is for your ideal audience to say, that's the person I need.
Makes sense.
Now, just as crucial as knowing your value is knowing who you're talking to.
The core audience.
Right.
I guess I can't just say anyone who needs help.
You nailed it. That's a huge mistake.
Mhm.
Trying to appeal to absolutely everyone means you end up connecting deeply with, well, no one.
Dilutes the message.
Totally. You need to build a really detailed picture of your ideal customer, your avatar. Go way beyond just like age and job title.
Okay, like what? Think about their biggest challenges. Professionally, maybe even personally. What are they aiming for? What are their goals? What stops them from buying, usually? Their objections. Even, like, which social media sites do they actually hang out on?
Wow, okay. Really getting inside their head.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
better you understand their world, their pain points, their dreams, the better you can tailor everything, your message, your content, how you talk, to really resonate with them.
Gotcha.
And all this groundwork, defining your voice, your value, your audience, you absolutely have to write it down, document it.
Why is that so important?
Because that document, it becomes your guide,
Yeah.
your North Star. It informs every single piece of content, every interaction, every decision you make about your brand going forward. Keeps you consistent.
Okay, foundation set.
Yeah.
Document. Now, how do I actually live that brand? Project it out there, especially online.
Right. That brings us straight to authenticity. It's everything.
A magic word.
It really is.
Yeah.
In today's world, being online, people are so good at spotting fakes. Authenticity isn't just nice to have. It's like the currency of modern branding. If it feels forced or fake, people bounce.
Yeah. We all have that built-in detector now, don't we?
We really do. And that's why being genuinely vulnerable, strategically, of course, and just being consistent, it's incredibly powerful.
Vulnerable how? Like sharing failures?
Sometimes, yeah. Sharing lessons learned from things that didn't go perfectly, showing your process, the messy middle bits, letting your actual personality come through, not some polished robot version. That's what builds real, deep trust.
Can you think of someone who does that well? Besides Gary Vee, maybe?
Brene Brown comes to mind immediately.
Yes. Makes sense.
Her entire brand is built on vulnerability, courage, authentic connection. She shares her own struggles, her research, her whole imperfect journey, and that rawness is why people connect so deeply with her message. It built this massive, loyal following.
So it's about being real, flaws and all, not just crafting this perfect image, but isn't there a line between being authentic and, oversharing or looking unprofessional?
That's a great question. It is a balance. Strategic transparency means sharing things, stories, insights, behind the scenes stuff that reinforce who you are, what you stand for, your expertise, your humanity.
Okay.
Maybe it's lessons from a tough project, how you create something, why you do what you do. But it's not, spilling every single detail of your private life.
Right. Keep it relevant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It needs to be intentional. Does this align with my brand? Does it offer value or connection to my audience? That's the filter.
Authentic connection, but with purpose.
You got it. And working right alongside authenticity is consistency. You just have to show up regularly.
Can't just pop up now and then.
Nope. Regular posting on your chosen platforms. A consistent look and feel visually. A steady tone of voice people recognize. It builds reliability. And reliability, again, builds trust. It's foundational.
Okay, so I've got my clarity. I'm aiming for authentic consistency. How do I actually use the digital world, social media and all that, to get this out there effectively?
Right. Your digital presence, that's the main stage, isn't it? Where your brand meets your audience, where you bring it to life. So optimizing those key channels is just critical.
Okay, but there's so many platforms. LinkedIn, Insta, TikTok, Facebook. Do I need to be everywhere? Seems exhausting.
No, definitely not. That's a trap. The key is to focus. Figure out where your ideal customers are actually spending their time online.
Makes sense. Fish where the fish are.
Exactly. If you're B2B, LinkedIn is often gold, more visual or lifestyle. Maybe Instagram or TikTok makes more sense.
Mm.
The goal isn't to be everywhere, thinly spread. It's to pick one or two key places and really own them, build a quality presence there.
Quality over quantity again. So on those chosen platforms, what are the absolute must-haves for my profile, the essentials?
Think of your profile as your digital handshake, your front door. First impressions count, right? So you need a good, quality, professional photo. Approachable, competent. Your bio needs to be short, punchy, but clear. Who are you? Who do you help? What's your unique value? Get it in there.
Okay.
And crucially, sprinkle in relevant keywords. Think about what your ideal client might actually type into search. Make it easy for them to find you.
Right, help the platform help you. So profile optimized, photo, bio, keywords. What about the actual stuff I post, the content?
Yeah, this is where the shift happens. Old school was just broadcasting, buy my stuff. Look at me. That doesn't really fly anymore.
People tune it out.
They do. Today, content needs to be about starting conversations, connection.
How do you do that?
Craft posts that genuinely ask for opinions. Pose interesting questions about your field. Share your unique take on things. Maybe even respectfully challenge common thinking.
Stir the pot a little.
Sometimes. And storytelling is huge. Share many case studies client wins. Talk about trends you're seeing, your perspective.
So less selling, more sharing and discussing.
Precisely. Think content as conversation and engagement. It's a two-way street. It's not just about posting,
Meaning?
meaning you need to interact. Respond to comments thoughtfully. Jump into relevant groups and discussions. Share other people's great content too. Amplify others. These little things add up. They show you're engaged, knowledgeable, and part of the community, not just shouting into the void.
Okay, so I'm present, I'm engaging. How do I build that next level, that reputation as the go-to person? Build real authority and trust.
Right, that's where leveraging authority and social proof really comes in. Social proof is huge.
Like testimonials and stuff.
Exactly. When potential clients see that other people, happy clients, industry peers, maybe even publications vouch for you and your results, it just melts away a lot of their natural skepticism.
It's like digital word of mouth.
That's correct.
Powerful.
Super powerful. So actively collect those great testimonials.
Yeah.
Share detailed case studies. What was the problem? What did you do? What was the measurable outcome? If you get featured somewhere or win an award, mention it. Celebrate wins, but frame it as proof of your capability, not just bragging.
Show, don't just tell. Makes sense. What else helps build that go-to status?
Consistently creating genuinely valuable content that answers your audience's biggest questions. That's key.
Like blog posts or videos.
Could be. Or maybe hosting webinars on tricky topics. Starting a podcast, sharing your insights. Creating downloadable guides or checklists they can use right away. Even doing live Q&A sessions, Ask Me Anything style, on social media.
Ah, okay. Giving value up front.
Yes. These things position you as the helpful expert, the reliable resource, the one they think of when they have a problem in your area.
Right. You become the solution provider in their mind before they even think about buying. What about audience size, though? Do I need, like, tens of thousands of followers for this to work?
Not necessarily, no. This whole rise of micro-influencers shows us something important.
Which is?
That genuine engagement often beats massive passive numbers. It's way more valuable to have a smaller, really engaged community that cares about what you say than a huge audience that barely notices you.
So it comes back to quality connection, not just follower count.
Exactly. Think of someone like Joanna Weeb from Copy Hackers. She built this amazing business, huge influence, largely off a relatively small but super passionate email list. Why? Because she delivered incredible value consistently. Her impact in terms of actual business results is massive, way beyond what just looking at follower numbers would tell you.
That's really encouraging. Takes the pressure off just chasing vanity metrics. Okay, what about reaching new people? Getting beyond my current circle?
Strategic collaborations. That's your friend there.
Like what?
Actively look for chances to be a guest on relevant podcasts in your niche. Write guest posts for blogs your audience reads. Maybe co-host a webinar with someone in a related field.
Leverage other people's audiences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you tap into an existing community that's already interested in your topic, you get instant credibility and exposure to a warm audience. It's a fantastic way to grow your reach and attract people who might never have found you otherwise.
Smart. Okay, so I'm building authority, engaging my audience, collaborating. How does this all turn into actual leads, actual business?
Good question. The next piece is mastering lead generation through your personal brand. The best brands do this using things called lead magnets.
Lead magnets, like bait.
Sort of, but valuable bait. Irresistible little offers you give people in exchange for their contact info, usually an email address.
What kind of offers?
Things like checklists, templates, maybe a short email course,
Yeah.
an exclusive insight. Something that solves a small, specific problem for your ideal customer right away. Instant value.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Maybe an executive coach offers a free one-page leadership audit. Or a marketing consultant gives away a swipe file of 10 high-converting ad headlines.
Ah, okay. Something super relevant and useful.
Exactly. It attracts the right kind of people, those already interested in what you do, and it starts that relationship. Gives you permission to talk to them more.
Got it. So they download the free thing. Then what? Don't want to just leave them hanging?
Definitely not.
Ugh.
That's where you build what you might call automated trust engines.
Sounds fancy. What does that mean?
It means using things like email sequences to nurture those leads, maybe some retargeting ads to stay visible, consistently sharing more valuable content to keep building that trust over time.
So staying in touch automatically, but still providing value.
Yes, and adding personal touches really helps. Maybe a quick welcome video from you when they sign up, tailored content based on what they downloaded. It makes the automation feel more human.
Right. Automation plus authenticity.
Exactly. And the data backs this up. Brands that blend smart automation with that personal touch, they often see a big jump in leads converting to clients, sometimes up to 60% more. It's about creating that smooth, valuable, personalized journey.
Wow, okay. This has been incredibly helpful. So much practical stuff. If we were to boil it down, what's the action plan? The key steps someone should take right now.
Okay, let's make it a quick checklist. First, define your brand DNA. Values, ideal customer, unique value prop. Nail it down.
Got it. Step 1, clarity.
Second, optimize your key online profiles. Good photo, sharp bio, right keywords. Make that digital front door look good.
Step 2, optimize profiles.
Third, craft your content mix. Value, conversation starters, stories. Be consistent.
Step 3, content strategy.
Fourth, collect and showcase social proof. Testimonials, case studies, let others sing your praises.
Step 4, social proof.
Fifth, design a killer lead magnet, offer real value for that email address.
Step 5, lead magnet.
Sixth, map out an engagement routine. Daily, weekly, how will you connect consistently?
Step 6, engagement plan.
And seventh, analyze and iterate. Track what works, what doesn't, adjust, keep learning, and maybe add step 8, schedule check-ins with yourself. Keep nurturing the brand.
That's a brilliant roadmap. Super actionable. Any major pitfalls people should watch out for? Common mistakes.
Oh yeah, a few big ones. Chasing vanity metrics, likes, followers, instead of real connection with the right people. That's one.
Depth over breadth.
Exactly. Another is inconsistency. Showing up randomly kills trust fast. Also, trying to fake expertise or just copy someone else? Be you. Authenticity wins long term.
Good point. Anything else?
Don't forget offline. Conferences, workshops, local events, real-world connections still matter and can seriously boost your brand and bring referrals.
Excellent point. Digital is key, but not the only key. This has been such a fantastic deep dive. It's so clear that personal branding isn't just fluffy marketing stuff. It's fundamental. It's about real human connection driving real business results.
Totally. The people who really succeed today, they're the ones who consistently show up as their best, most authentic, most valuable selves. They earn the attention, the trust, and yeah, the business.
Yeah.
Your unique story, your perspective, the results you get for people, that's your superpower in a noisy world.
So the big takeaway feels like, get clear on your message, amplify it consistently online and offline, and make every single interaction count. Make it meaningful. Your ideal customers, they're out there looking for you. You just need to make it easy for them to find you.
Well said.
And hey, again, if you feel like you need that initial boost to get your profile seen and speed things up, resources like rapidboost.net are out there to give you a leg up.
Good reminder. It can help get the ball rolling. So as you're listening to this, just take a moment. Think about the potential sitting inside your unique story, your insights, your skills. How could sharing that consistently, strategically change things for you professionally? What's just one small thing, one step you could take today to start building that authentic connection?